And you have to remember, it's all strategic. Billionaires study astrology. Normal people study science. Yesterday was the 17th. Chinese New Year, Aries winning in Neptune, solar eclipse, Ramadan, okay? And then all of a sudden they told you that Jesse Jackson passed away. Oh, ritual. The same way that the Home Alone mom passed away a few days before the Super Bowl. Predictable. It's becoming predictable. Like, can you get, you know what I'm saying? I used to play basketball and we would watch film and it's like, you already know what the other team doing because they keep doing the same motherfucking moves. It's becoming predictable at this point. You know what I'm saying? They're sacrificing people at particular times because they study astrology. Once again, that's why I say it's important to study your natal chart. Jesse Jackson, you was the main one who was trying to call us African American, but claimed your own indigenous status, was telling us that we was African. So fuck yeah. Michael Jordan, I don't know if y'all forgot, but Michael Jordan was on a yacht with a tranny. Did y'all forget about that? So seeing him play with the little boy shorts, that don't surprise me. And LeBron James, and I don't know if y'all saw the interview, he said, they asked him about retirement. He said, I just want to live. I just want to live. Because he knows what's going to happen if he does decide to retire. You know what I'm saying? Same shit that happened to Kobe. And by him saying, I just want to live, you think Satan is trying to hear you cop a plea? He don't care nothing about that. The bill collector is calling, okay? And you ain't got no choice but to pick up. He say he want to live, so that sounds like to me he not going to sacrifice himself. It's going to be that woman that he got in that house with him. Is it going to be that woman or it's going to be Bronny? And Bronny already had a heart issue from the years ago, right? So it's like, so when it happens, it's gonna happen, and most importantly, it's gonna happen around a full moon, a new moon, a quarter moon, a solar eclipse. You gotta pay attention. You sacrificed Jesse Jackson. They pulled the plug on his ass because of the recent moon we just had. They also showed you the Michael Jordan thing because once again, we still in that phase of the moon. They looking to harvest energy, but you have to understand the patterns. You have to watch the patterns. You have to study gematria. You have to study the stars. You have to study the moon cycles. It's not witchcraft. Y'all sitting here and let the Bible talk. Oh, the Bible says not to dibble and dabble in divination and playing with fucking cards because tarot cards is made by man and man is imperfect. Okay? But the stars is not imperfect. But like I said, this is why it's important to study your natal chart. I was just talking to somebody this morning and I had to give more detail about how, yes, teachers, doctors, police officers, lawyers, or anybody that has those particular positions, they are warlocks, they are Wiccans, or practice some form of masonry, okay? And under a secret society. Especially, like, for instance, the teachers that you see in your school that have been a teacher for damn near 30 to 40, 50 years, those are Masons, okay? Or Eastern Stars, whatever. Those are Masons, okay? When you give me a kindergarten teacher your child's natal chart, that teacher who's been teaching for 40, 50 years is looking at your child's natal chart, learning their weaknesses, learning their strengths, learning their capabilities and what aspirations and what path and destiny they should be on, but they are going to deter your child because they have to go by the curriculum that they signed the oath to teaching, and they have to rip the plan out the top of your child's head and implant all the indoctrination of lies into your child's pot of soil. Okay, just think about it like that. And they already know the secret sciences. They already know it's all a lie. They already know this it's deception, but they signed that oath and they got to keep doing it year after year after year after year, pumping out more employees for the corporation. Okay, let's talk about the doctors. Doctors for sure know what your natal chart is. I'm not talking about the new rinky-dink doctors that just got their doctorate degree. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about doctors that's been doctors for 40, 50 years. The ones who's been in the longest understand what it is, okay? Just keep that in mind. You go to the doctor for a stomach ache. The doctor looking at your birth date, your natal chart, where you were born, has all that information in a database. So you tell the doctor, I got a stomach ache. And the doctor like, okay, well, I'm going to prescribe this particular medicine to help your stomach ache, which is only going to address the symptoms and not the root cause. When the doctor knows your natal chart, and by looking at the natal chart, the doctor can see, okay, the stomach is connected to the sign of the constellation Virgo. Okay, so this patient here should be taking ginger or some cassicata or sagrada to clean out his motherfucking intestines. But the doctor ain't gonna do that because once again, the doctor done sign an oath to be working under big pharma. Is cashing his check. So the doctor's going to write a prescription to give you medicine, and then that medicine is only going to address the symptoms and not the root cause, and it's going to have fillers and preservatives and all this other bullshit in it, and you're going to come back still with a stomach ache, issue not being fixed. because he signed the oath, because he understands the secret sciences. And then let's talk about police officers. Like I just told Homdu, police officers will be riding behind you, running your license plate, looking up your information, looking up your driver record, okay? People don't understand your license plate is a form of credit. It's a credit card, okay? So police officers are in fact running your credit. And they also are seeing your date of birth and all that good stuff. So let's say hypothetically, this is conspiracy and entertainment purposes. The police officer is a motherfucking reptilian, and he's just having a hot bad day because they don't like working in the heat. Ain't no way, but they just having a bad day and they want some blood. Now all of a sudden you in the back of the damn cop car or shot down on the ground because he done had a bad day. Now he's harvested your energy, took your body, working with the hospital or the morgue or whatever, organ harvesting, doing whatever, disposing of the body, and they done did what they did because they read your natal chart and they understood who you were. Same way they knew who Sandra, what's her name? Sandra Bland was, right? With that being said, study the stars. And I'm just going to keep saying that. Study the stars. Study the stars. The stars are in you. As above, so is below. Macrocosm, microcosm. Okay? Your physical body is made up of chemicals and elements that come from the stars. Okay? It's a reflection of you. Okay? So it's like we in that time. Understand everything is strategically planned around these cycles. Whenever something happens, it's because they study the stars. Poor people look at the science. Billionaires study astrology. Poor people trust the science. Billionaires look at astrology.